Morning, everybody. Been doing a lot of reading and research lately, and I stumbled across stolen valor. And stolen valor is, when somebody basically is embellishing their military record or taking something that doesn't belong to them. Stick by, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Hey everybody, thanks for hanging. Good morning. 320, beautiful pipe. Of course, that's the Romalusite. I did leave the softy bit on. I've been taking them off on most things, but just trying to see if I still like them or not. I don't know. Feels weird. Maybe I'll throw it away. Black Rifle Coffee Company. This is Fit Fuel, so it's got a little extra caffeine in there for me. But pretty good. I like to support veteran-owned businesses, and that's kind of why I jumped on this topic today of stolen valor. Now, in the opening, I probably said stolen valor is embellishing your military career, but it could also be embellishing a first responder. You could steal valor from being a fireman, a policeman, an EMT, especially if they are awarded an award or something. But I recently stumbled upon a retired senior chief SEAL. His name's Don Shipley. And he's kind of made it his goal or mission to find all these fake SEALs, if you will, and get them to stop what they're doing. Because you got to watch some of these videos. Some of these guys are telling you, man, they're saying they've got Purple Hearts, 3, 4, or more, 2, 3, 4 Bronze Stars, 2, 3 Silver Stars. Some of the highest awards in the military. They don't just hand those out, I was in the military. I think the highest award I ever received was a MUC, a Meritorious Unit Commendation. And that's just a mid-level. It's not much. But I'm proud of my service. Would do it again in a heartbeat. And would probably stay at retire. That's where I messed up. But hey, what's done is done. 7 years, 2 months, and 7 days was a good service. And as proud as I am of that, I would never in a million years go and do some of the things that some of these guys are doing to pretend like there's something they're not. It's amazing. One of the guys was honored at a Florida Panthers hockey game. They're on mid-ice waving. He was a liar. Guys trying to get military loans or discounts or trying to apply for jobs, saying there's something they're not. And their stories are always just crazy. So I've kind of been hooked on this. The channel name is Don Shipley, Bud's Class 131, I believe. He's got access to the SEAL database. He can tell anybody that's been through and passed any SEAL, UDT, Scout Ranger, whatever they used to be way back in the day in World War II, who weren't the SEALs. Obviously, but he could tell anybody that's ever been, and the stories some of these dudes come up with, man. And I tell you, it kind of gets infuriating. One of the worst ones that I just seen yesterday was a guy that was basically stealing the identity and Valor of Brett Shadle, who was a Chief SEAL and died in Arizona in a parachuting accident in training. And he basically, this guy took the class picture and says that's him, and you know, everything kind of about Brett. And then the story goes, boop. Man, there's so many. It's hard to explain. Some of them are older guys. All of them get the same lie that, you know, oh, I was working with the CIA and my records are confidential. You won't have access to them. Only the President of the United States can access my records, or a few select members of Congress. Bull crap. So he uses the Freedom of Information Act, and he can pull their servers. Some of these guys, I mean, there's some of them that are 2-3 months and getting kicked out of the Navy. Now they're saying they were a SEAL and all these combat missions, and people believe this shit. So, I mean, they're defrauding charities. It's maddening. But the way Don does his videos and the way he goes after these guys, it's fantastic. I just you got to see him. Got to see him. Fantastic. Well-spoken gentleman. Cares a lot about the country. Cares a lot about the SEALs. Cares a lot about the Navy, and he just doesn't put up with these guys. And he has a way of asking questions that unless you were in Buds or a SEAL, you'd have no idea. He could see the dates of the classes when they graduated, who was in the class. These guys can't answer nothing. They'll throw out. Now, some of them are more polished than others. Some of these dudes will read up on some stuff and know when the class graduated, and you know they'll try to find as much. They read these books and watch these movies, and they try to find as much as they do. But you know, when you you get cornered and you can't name anybody, and when you do name people, you're naming like Marcus Luttrell, Chris Kyle, Mike Murphy, you know, Rudy Gosh, some of the most famous SEALs ever. You're naming them, and yeah, nah, dude. Nah, you didn't know them. One of the videos was awesome because the dude said this guy was a knucklehead. He was saying how much Marcus Luttrell was struggling with some of the swim quals, basically. And they got Marcus on the phone. And he went off on this guy. It was fantastic. Fantastic. Now, sometimes he does verify people really are SEALs, because sometimes people will call and say, hey, this guy says he's a SEAL. In my experience, and I haven't known very many SEALs at all. I knew some EOD guys that were on our ship. They're not SEALs. They're still pretty cool, but they're not SEALs. But in my experience, SEALs don't brag or talk a lot about, you know, they're humble people. They don't have to go out to the bars and say, I was a SEAL, buy me a beer. Oh, I can't even imagine me doing that. I was in the Navy, buy me a beer. Ridiculous. And it's bad, man. I didn't realize how deep this stolen valor goes. It's not just Navy, it's not just SEALs. There's a story of this one lady that never even served. Somehow she ends up with all these awards and Marine Corps this, and she was on a special unit that was just females. And hell, she's the leader of the local VFW. All this crap. They caught her. taking all this money. I mean, she was taking all kind of money for things, charities, benefits, just robbing them blind. They got her butt. But the audacity, I mean, you basically would be living a lie. Hell, I have enough time remembering my service and what we did and where we were sometimes, you know. If I think real hard, you know, I can remember some of it. Like I stumbled across, you know, EEBDs. I had forgot all about emergency escape breathing devices on ships, you know, just that kind of stuff. I mean, I remember it all, but it's just not the way these guys rattle it off. Like I was here and there, and I was in Grenada, and I was in Afghanistan, and I was in Somalia, and I was in here. And, you know, one guy this morning said he jumped in front of an RPG to save his team. Outrageous claims, man. Outrageous claims. I mean, they're not just saying, hey, I was a SEAL. They're saying they're highly decorated and the president's giving them citations and man, it kind of pisses you off because it really devalues what people that really did sacrifice, did earn Purple Hearts, did earn Bronze and Silver Stars, Medals of Honor, even like Lieutenant Mike Murphy. Kind of, you know, it can tarnish that and just, that's why Don Shipley goes after him. And boy, I'm glad he does. I'm glad he does. And the way he does it, fantastic. So if you're looking for a good, I mean, just a good video to watch, check out some of his stuff and what he does. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. So I won't chat long, everybody. Just wanted to check in. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll catch you next time. It's cold and flu season, so of course you probably should wash your damn hands. Of course that doesn't work.